Hit it.
Oh, we're in.
You're missing comedy gold over here.
Oh, dude. You got notes?
I got a couple of
You
notes.
got show notes?
I got some.
Okay.
What work have you done?
It's all up here, brother. Do you want to? Do you just want to like kick it off? Do you want to start with some stuff, or do you want to?
We got the
Actually, no. I want to hear. I want to hear. Yeah, I just want to hear what you've been doing. What's been going on last like couple of weeks?
Cool. I've been doing heaps of mixing.
You've been so not tracking, mixing.
I did a couple of tracking sessions.
Yep.
Yeah, and then just vocals. I tracked a couple of weeks before I left on holidays. I tracked a band called Chaos Vinyl. Shout out to Chaos Vinyl boys.
Yeah, sick. I watched your live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was with Fist, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So I started doing some live
This is
stream.
a separate session, yeah.
Yes. So the Fist one they're doing a song once a month.
Yep.
And
That's interesting. I haven't really heard many bands book in like to do that one song every month for the whole year.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I was thinking about starting this a little while ago. I had this idea to start like a subscription-based recording service.
Okay.
Where like any of the subscriptions you pay for, you pay a set monthly fee and then you get a certain amount of things and it's up to you when you want to do that. Essentially what you're describing.
Yeah,
So
cool.
say you pay for the year, you might pay $5,000, but you get 8 songs in that time.
Yeah, cool.
So like from a dollar value is actually quite good, and it means that I have guaranteed work for the year.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're doing with these guys by the sounds of things.
Yeah, they've just locked in a schedule and then we're doing it. That
Cool,
way.
cool.
Yeah, and then so we just had a crack. Been experimenting with the live stream thing.
Yep.
We did one a couple of weeks ago before that, the first ever one.
Seemed like it was successble. Like
first one was
I was
really
watching
good.
the chat go off.
Yeah. And it's just something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to start doing them weekly from now on.
Yeah,
so it's cool.
Weekly, man. Is that stressful?
No, it's more about just having more content on the channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that you had some tech issues at the start of it.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there because I had it on in the background and then it, like the audio flicked in.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw
It's so many things to run.
Oh, man, because
It's
I know
craziness.
your setup. I know how like convoluted it is, and I saw you like when you were like, "Oh, I've got it." Were you flustered as hell? Because I would be fucking losing my mind in that situation.
No, you know what's funny? Someone said in the chat, there's no audio, and it was just.
Oh, you had it just muted or whatever.
I'd muted it on OBS.
It wasn't you weren't chasing the problem for ages and trying to.
No. It was a 2-second thing.
That's good.
I was actually introducing everyone, talking to the camera. Yeah, no audio. Yeah, classic.
Just
How many audio
broadcast?
Yeah, dude. They're all about audio. Can't get audio going.
Bro, we've fucked it so many times.
Dude, it's just what happens, right? Like it's hard, and like you're trying to do what a broadcast company would typically do with one person or a couple of people.
So hard.
So it's a lot.
And there's so many moving parts. Like this morning took us, half an hour to set this up, just running over everything again. And
yeah, it is not easy. So
yeah.
anyone that's ever going to try and do a podcast with cameras, like multicam setups, it's tough. And then live streaming's even tougher again because it's all live.
I think it takes a special type of brain to be able to figure all this stuff out. And
Psychos.
that's not mine.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do an intro.
ADHD.
Yeah. Welcome. This is episode 8.
8, yeah.
Is it?
I think we're up to 8, yeah.
Shit. You know, that means we recorded like 10 hours of podcasting together. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
More, yeah.
Anyway, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning.
We got Lochlan in the house.
Get your face in the shot.
Get on camera.
Here he is. Oh, my God. It's all right. I emptied it.
That's it. He's fine.
Yeah.
Am I even on camera
Yeah,
now?
he is.
Yeah.
Here he is. There's Lachlan. What's up, Lockie?
Fucking bully.
Yeah.
Lockie in the house.
Yeah, we want to bully him.
Talk about the SM57, please.
Tell us about our beanie, you dickhead. Oh, dude, so funny. I think he just got sick of being.
I heard he doesn't even like Steve Albini. He
he's
just
got-
says it for the clout.
I got sick of people hanging shit on him, so now he's here to fucking defend himself in person. Nice, good to have you, bro.
Episode 9, baby.
Yeah, we're trying to get. I think we're gonna have another camera, and that's gonna be on your face.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Here we are, episode 8, Audio Boys. Thank you, Tommirock. Thank you, Musos Corner.
Yep.
And thank you guys.
Yeah.
Fucking oath. Sick.
Hell yeah.
So we've got a bunch of things to cover this week,
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
But we were just talking about what you did. So you've been mixing last week.
Yeah. Lots of mixing for a bunch of different projects.
Yeah. Do you find that you have to change your headspace tracking and mixing?
Absolutely.
How? And
Absolutely.
What is it?
Tracking's a whole other thing. Tracking, you're managing the artist. It's such a psychological thing.
Fucking marathon.
Yeah,
hey?
you just did a massive
Dude,
tracking session.
I have so much to say about this stuff.
Yeah.
But tell me your thoughts on it.
I find tracking for me is a bit like doing live audio as well. Like you're concentrating either on the artist needs or the performance so intently that it is, you become hyper focused, but it's exhausting over an 8 hour day.
Exhausting is the best word. I forgot. I did a week with Ruffians. They're one of my favorite bands, not only like musically but like personality. I fucking love those guys.
Sick band.
Which is great because it's like, how much of a difference does that make? Just like liking the people that you're working with. Like, there's nothing worse than being stuck in a room with people that you actively don't like.
Yeah, or you don't have that kind of chemistry with.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. So I've been working with these guys. I've been with these guys longer than I've been with my fiance. Fucking nearly a decade. Whoa. So long. So I forgot, like, I've been doing less and less tracking because I'd prefer to be mixing anyway. Like, when I was younger, I thought that I need to be doing an equal amount of both to be good at this. But then I realized that tracking and mixing are two very different skills. So one thing I've noticed, like, everyone knows what's involved with mixing. You're just sitting in a room by yourself. It's great. But so, like, man, the psychology of tracking a band, I don't think it's talked about enough.
No.
So obviously, like, it's exhausting for the engineer because not only are we on for the full 8 hours, we're sitting there, we're completely locked in. But for me, I'm locked in for the hour and a half before the session starts and after,
Yes.
I'm thinking about, before they come in, I'm like, okay, I got these people here today. How am I going to make this work? And like, I started planning this session like a month beforehand.
Yep.
Started planning my input list, started planning, because they're a brass, they've got like a brass section. They're not a normal band. They've got drums, bass, guitar, vocals like normal, and then they've got saxophone, trumpet, trombone, horn section, which is very cool. It's super hard to record. Yeah. Because everything has to be perfect. I can't really edit it. Like, if you try and edit horn playing, it just sounds bad. Yeah. It's such an acoustic and natural sounding instrument. But yeah, the biggest thing I had forgotten, it was what a fucking mental drain it is, man. Just like having to mediate between, in this case, 7 personalities at once. Yeah, like there's 7 of them in the band, which is brutal, dude. Yeah. And then, like there's parts of it where you're having fun, which is great. And then there's parts where you're problem solving, both of which are tiring. Yeah. Having fun is tiring. Yeah. Like, you get to the end of the day and I'm just like, oh my God. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, all aspects of tracking a band is fucking exhausting. Yeah. I met Will Putney when he came to Australia with Fit for an Autopsy and End. So he's like arguably the biggest producer in modern metal currently. Yep. One of my favorites and probably most people's favorites, to be honest. I was hanging with those guys. And I was asking him, so he's probably a couple years older than me. He's probably about your age, actually. Yeah. Probably similar, like maybe just older than us, not much. Yeah. And I was asking him, like, man, are you still tracking all your bands? And he was like, I have to. I can't leave it up to someone else. And that's the other thing, is that in the past I've tried to have someone else do it. Yeah. It just doesn't really work. Like, they don't do things exactly the way you want. Like, there are some things, like there's stuff that I've had Lochlan track for me and it's worked out great. Because he understands the brief, he understands what I'm going for. But generally, it's something you have to do yourself, which I fucking dread it these days, to be honest, man. Yeah, I don't like it. Hey, I really don't. I kind of want to be one of those people that are like mixing only, but I think that especially in the rock world, it's pretty hard to be that, especially in a small place like this. Yeah, especially in Australia. Yeah. I think if I was working in LA, it'd be easier. Yep. Anyway, so that's basically, that was my week. I had, the full band we did, we're at Wood River, we did the drums and the horns there. I go to Wood River where anytime I need a big space. Yep. Man, I've been finding it so easy to mix the drums that I record there. Yeah. Just because of the sense of space. Like, I spent if anyone came to the old Tommirock, the room is like the drum room was probably only twice the size of this room. It wasn't big.
Yep.
We made it work. Everything that came out of it sounded great, but I spent maybe 15 years trying to figure out how to make a small room sound like a big room.
Yep.
Which was great. It was very character building. I learned a lot of things. You know, I learned a lot of techniques that I could then use for other stuff.
Yeah.
Just made me a better engineer, basically.
Yeah, totally.
I think if I had that big room the whole time, I'd got lazy.
Spoiled.
Yeah. I'd just be like, oh, it sounds good all the time. What do I don't need to fucking try.
Yeah. Have we ever talked about why a big room matters for drums?
No? Not on the podcast. No, go on.
Cool. It might be a good one to just quickly bring up.
I think some of this stuff, I forget that some people don't know why.
Yeah. So like the easiest way to think about it is that like you can't cheat physics, right? So when you're in a big room, you have the time decay of the space that you're in, right? And it like just with some really rudimentary rough math on it, because I'm not good at math, sound travels at 334 meters a second, right? So let's just say it's like 333, which means say you're in a room that is 3x3, like a small bedroom kind of shaped room, 3x3 roughly. The sound reflections are going to happen how many times per second?
You've already lost me.
100 times. 100 times per second, right?
Okay.
Yeah? Is that the right math?
Fuck
No?
yeah, I have no idea,
Yeah?
man. Maths is. I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Right?
Yeah.
So 100 times per second. But if you get a room 3 times that size, something like Wood River, which is about 9 meters,
Yeah.
right? Then you're going to get a third of the decay time.
Yeah.
Right? Or a third of the reflections. Sorry, not a third of the decay time, sorry. A third of the reflections. Because then, instead of having 100 reflections a second, you've only got 330 reflections a second. So your cymbal spill has been dropped by a third.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
All right?
Yeah.
Because it takes longer for that cymbal to hit a wall, come back.
Yeah,
So
right.
you're actually decreasing the amount of spill in your recording because the room is bigger. And then obviously then you get a bigger sense of space as well and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
But like it's just that thing where you've got to kind of sometimes switch your brain into that ultra nerd mathematics mode and go, what's really happening in the physics of a room? What am I trying to combat? And then and because of those decay times being longer and stuff like that, your cymbals are going to be softer sounding and more pleasant sounding, and you're going to fight them less.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
When I went to the conservatorium, I played a drum kit in the hall. We mic'd it, and I was just expecting the spill into all the mics to be fucking horrible. And if anything, it was way less than I'm used to.
Yep.
And it really flipped on its head what I understood large rooms to do.
Yep.
It was really cool.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. And like, I think any acoustic instrument, like classical stuff and then drums, greatly benefit from a big room. And there's just nothing that does that. You know, and in a small room, depending on the style you're doing, if you're doing like just tight dead drums, you can do that in any small room.
Yep.
But if you want rock drums, it gets real hard
to
do them in small rooms.
I watched this video that I sent to Lochlan, which was a Sonox, you know, the company Sonox.
Yeah.
So it was George Lever, who's a UK-based engineer. He was doing a drum room, like a deep dive, essentially, in partner with Sonox, and he was using an ambisonic mic in the middle of the room, and then he was trying live room, dead room, and then the same thing with baffles.
Yeah, okay.
Super interesting video. I'll send it to you. There's also like some free drum samples in there that I've actually been using in mixes, which is killer.
Yeah,
but
cool.
yeah, so I sent you that video too, right? You watched it? Yeah. Super cool because like you know the ambisonic mics, like the one Tom has. Can you explain to the people at home what an ambisonic mic is? Because I can't really.
Okay. I'm not the greatest at 360 ambisonics and Atmos and all that sort of stuff. But really, it's just a microphone that has many small diaphragm.
So what do we got? 1, 2, 3,
condensers on
4,
it.
5, 6, 7, 8, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 8. Yeah.
And essentially, it's a 360 capture microphone. So it captures front, back, left to right, up and down.
Yep.
And you can design your space in post. I think there's probably a standalone plugin for, basically you can go, all right, I want more front, more back, more top. You know, you know what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't even know Rode did one.
Nor did I.
That's cool. I bet that's not even that expensive.
That's only got the 4.
Yeah,
actuals or
right.
something
I wonder if
like
they found a way to do it with less.
that. Yeah, maybe. Maybe look, it's all interesting. Like it's cool as an effect, I think, obviously as well. There's a lot of cool stuff you
It was
can do.
like I wouldn't go crazy to use one in a mix, but as a way of testing a room and as a way of hearing
What's going on.
exactly in a phase coherent way, I thought it was really interesting.
very cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting, cool. Anyway, so he did this thing where he used a big live room and then he put baffles up, and it obviously like. If you've ever seen heard what a drum kit does with and without baffles, basically it tightens up the shells, tightens up the low end.
Yep.
It's creating reflections close to the kit. Yeah.
If it depends if you got the reflective side. So like
True.
sometimes people call them baffles, sometimes they call them gobos
Yeah,
in America.
Yep.
Sometimes they have both absorption sides,
That's
and
right.
sometimes
Yep.
there's a hard side on the other side
Yes.
to have it reflective.
Exactly.
It all depends on
Yep.
what you're doing.
So yeah, essentially like he created a little booth around the kit, and I was quite surprised as to how different.
Type in gobo.
Gobo,
Yeah,
drum room,
G-O-B-O.
G-O-B-O. I was just surprised the difference that it actually made to the room sound.
Yeah.
Made the drum sound a little bit more diffused.
This one here.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
They've
extreme.
done that. So
yeah,
they've got absorption facing the drums.
it looked more like this, so about head height. I want to give this a go. I thought because I've been listening to my room sounds lately, and they're quite open and super long.
Yeah.
like unnecessarily long sometimes.
Okay. Yeah.
So it'd be cool.
Tighten them up a bit.
And diffuse the shells a little bit, so you get a little bit more less attack and a bit more kind of room sound in your drums. Anyway, that'll be my next thing that I try on the next session.
Very cool.
Forgot where I was going with this. What were we talking about before that?
Drum recording, working with artists.
Okay. Anyway, so I think I was just talking about what I did last week. Tried some different stuff.
Cool.
Tried the Coles.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
so-
Yes.
So they are brighter than I expected.
Yep, we talked about that in the last video, right?
less low end. I really want to try them on overheads.
Yeah.
I reckon they'll be fucking banging on overheads.
Yep.
I tried the OPR, his R44 clone at like kind of like there in front of the
kick?
In front of the kick, yeah. Let
Yeah.
me see if I've got photos on my
Kind of facing diagonally down to the kick
yeah,
and toms.
kind
and stuff,
of,
the shells.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I've seen
like
that used before.
Just a place like right in front of the. Here we go. What else have we got here? We did the Unidyne and their 201 on the snare. I bought a pack of sticky hands. I bought like, do you want some?
No, Laura got me some.
Oh,
from-
she did?
Yeah,
Dude,
online,
they're
yeah.
the fucking best. They're the
How
best.
expensive are moon gels? If anyone wants a cheaper
Stupid.
alternative to moon gels, I've got
Yeah.
real ones.
I've been buying
Yeah.
moon gels for 15 years.
Yeah. Sticky
and
hands cost
spend
$1.
$30-$40 on a pack of 4 moon gels.
Yeah,
So
such a rip.
I bought 50 for $9
Yeah.
on eBay. So
Yeah.
like, and the fucking best.
Yeah.
So good. And they've
Yeah.
got the like, it's the hand, but it's got the thing here, which you can then use as extra. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit more. Like, or I had it. You can see it hanging off the snare.
Yeah, wrap the long bit like a tone
Yeah,
control.
yeah,
ring or
exactly.
something.
Yeah, fucking cool.
Why not?
So sick.
Yeah.
All right. So there you can see.
Yep.
That's the placement of the.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was. This is all on my Instagram, by the way. If you want to get a closer look. What else
Very
do we
cool.
do? So we used the 3 Sigma FET 47 in front.
Yeah.
Because Loch and I did a session for. What was the band? What was your band that we? Carnivara. It was Carnivara? Yeah, cool. So we did Carnivara at Sawtooth.
Yeah.
And they have a Neumann FET 47.
Yeah.
And didn't it sound good? Oh, man.
So you've changed your because I've not used a FET 47.
So you know what I
on
think
kick.
is so funny? I
Yeah.
feel like
there's a reason why people use it.
I feel like
right?
every time me and Tom get together, we just shit on a whole bunch of things. The first one is the FET 47. We
Yeah.
just sit down together. Okay, boys, you hate the FET 47 as well, right? Fuck that microphone. But I think the thing I struggle with that microphone in particular is I like it on one thing.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. Maybe bass cab.
Yep.
But I don't record bass cab anymore.
Did it on bass cab.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's great, but I don't even record cabinets anymore.
Yeah.
So I'd be spending all this microphone on a kick out. It's
Yeah.
like buying an under snare mic. You're
Yeah.
like, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so I want one. It's a
But
lot
he's
of.
gonna. He will do
I'll
it.
get it. Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, look at this rogue shit. Look at this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Look at that.
What's that?
That's a 1-2-1 on a ride.
Hectic.
Dude, I've gone full
Was it good?
1-2-1. Yeah, it's great.
Ribbons on cymbals.
Dude, ribbons on cymbals. I've fully like committed to like the ribbon, the 1-2-1 on hats and the 1-2-1 on ride.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Yep.
it's soft, it's nice. It doesn't have the definition that you expect from a condenser, but sometimes I find that to be a
Don't
little
need
too
it.
much anyway.
Yep. Too pokey.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
yet to mix these drums, so yeah, I might change my mind when I start mixing.
I used my ribbons on hi-hats after your suggestion.
So the ribbon on hi-hat is, I love it.
It's the best hi-hat mic.
It's fucking banging.
It's the best hi-hat mic choice I've ever had.
Look, he's fucking
It has
himself
so
in.
much
He
more.
can't not be involved.
Yeah.
Plug in, get on. It has more what?
More of the right high-mid
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
Whereas like a small diaphragm condenser just gets too pokey too fast on the transient of a hat and whatever. It's just like that like real attacky stuff that can be too much.
Yeah.
And just getting that real dirty grittiness you want out of your hi-hats that blends in and complements well with the overheads.
And it picks up that 300 to 400 hertz meat.
Yes.
You know, that is SDC doesn't do.
Yeah, and the SDCs sound horrible down there. Like it's not good.
Oh, yeah. So the other thing is here you can see I've used that's the Sennheiser MKH 1890s.
Yeah, another new one.
The new ones I got.
Yep.
Holy hell, dude.
Yep.
Like, I thought Neumann 184s were good. Fuck, this absolutely smoke them.
Yeah.
You heard them in person, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't think it's mic's working.
What? That microphone works.
Or maybe I've set up the...
Is it,
What is this?
Channel muted?
You're not channel muted or anything?
Channel up, fader up.
We'll leave the engineer to figure that out.
Yeah.
The microphone definitely works. Yeah, so the Neumanns, dude, they're really bright and aggressive in the high end, and they're super distorted. I didn't realize how much distortion there is.
This is the KM 184s you've been using.
Yeah.
Yep.
And ever since you said that shit about them being like, they should be called TLMs.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't want them in my kit anymore. Get them out.
Yep.
I just fucking get rid of them.
Yep.
Does that microphone really not work?
I don't know.
No, it'll work. You'll be right. Get another one.
Yeah.
Get 5 more.
Can you get another camera up while you're out there?
Yeah, but dude, so the Neumanns, I thought I liked it.
Yep.
Until I played with something like this.
Yeah.
This has also happened to me in the past when Tom lent me the DPAs.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the 3011s or something like that.
Yep.
DPA is at 30.
Yeah, we've mentioned Tom before on this pod, and he is a great friend of ours who works at Newcastle Uni.
Yes, he's the tech officer
there.
at Newcastle University.
Yeah, and he has the nicest mics to play around
Yes.
with, and so sometimes we're spoilt by
And we
getting
make
a
fun
chance
of
to
him
use them.
because he's got champagne ears as well.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
they call him champagne ears? at
Champagne
work? Yeah,
ears?
no. What is it? Fucking
Champagne taste?
Yeah. No, but we've got champagne ears to us.
Yeah. So we've got butter ears and now champagne ears. It's a thing.
Anyway, so yeah, Tom
Got it.
Tom, we make fun of him because he's just got expensive taste. That's only because he has experienced all this shit and he knows what like amazing shit sounds like.
Yes.
Whereas most of us plebs have only dealt with the lower end of most things.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Tom had something like these. These were the DPA SDCs. He lent me those, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I never tried those
Everything
ones.
just sounds so clear and so just natural.
Yep.
The other one he lent me was the Shopes. I think it was the MK4. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, you've played around with a bunch of those.
Yeah, so these are what, like $5,000 for the pair. I mean, that's not that different to the what I just bought in the Sennheisers. The only difference is that you'd never see these secondhand.
Yeah.
I think I've seen 2 pairs of Shopes mics for sale on Marketplace ever.
Do you want to explain what made these Sennheisers such a good overhead mic?
Yeah, so I think the thing for me that really stood out between the Sennheisers and say like the Neumanns, so I'm going to Musos link. We should go straight to the website. Is like I said to you, the lack of distortion. The low end in the Sennheisers is so much more present than the KMs.
Yep.
The KMs, I think, are focused around like that 250, 300 hertz. Like that's where the low end.
They have a roll off as well. Yeah.
Whereas this one goes much further down.
Yep.
The lack of distortion makes cymbals sound way more pleasant. Like they just sound open. They don't sound crunched, or just smash.
Yeah.
And then when you add compression to it, it's just nice.
Yeah.
It's
because I always struggle with trying to ever compress an overhead.
I'm in.
Here he goes.
There he is.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so if you keep fucking directing towards me and wonder why I went and got a microphone, I wonder why.
Oh, really? So the other one wasn't working?
I don't know, the third channel,
fuck.
whatever.
Who cares?
Who cares about the audio side of things?
Yeah, dude. So I think, so Tom, our friend Tom, like we said, he works at the university. He's the tech officer. He's got a wealth of knowledge when it comes to audio gear.
Yep.
He's also building the world's first Atmos library. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've just outed him.
Yep.
Like, I don't know if this is meant to be like a demo. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tom. But anyway, so he's currently building the library, which is the first of its kind in the world, where he basically goes out and records ambient sounds in 360.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you don't know what that means, like, is it Decatree? Is that what he? No, that's for the
it's
classical recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has what's the name of his setup? Like 360,
like an
Atmos.
Ambisonics kind of setup.
Is it?
I don't know.
Ambisonics? I don't know.
I'm not.
Anyway, so
No.
Tom has like. Let's see if there's an
No,
image.
see, the Ambisonics
yeah, that's
is
the
the
same.
mic.
The same shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Tom's gonna hate this. We're talking about him, and
Yeah, we
we
don't
don't
have a
have got
clue.
any of the terms right.
Yep.
But so he's got a bunch of these because he, for recording.
He uses them for layman's terms for us and for anyone else out there. Like he uses them in an array that suits,
Yes.
to then be used in Atmos.
Yeah, so basically he's capturing nature sounds for like, if you really want to boil it down. So these are, in his opinion, the most natural sounding the microphone in his price bracket. So that's why I got onto him. I'm fucking in love with him.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we did that. I mentioned the Coles. What else? What else did I do differently in this one? Oh, so Tristan's kit was a Gretsch Renowned Maple. Mm-hmm. I've only recorded like not low end Gretsch kits, but like say under $3,000 Gretsch kits. I think this is like a $5,000 or $6,000 kit.
Yep.
Oh my god,
They're good,
what the toms just fucking bonkers.
So good.
Oh, dude, so good.
Been a while since you've used dynamics as well on Tom's.
It's been a while since I've used
for a while.
Yep, yeah, we've been using the 414s on condensers for so long. It's been a while.
So what did you use?
So this is an interesting setup. The top one is an Audix D4.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yep. So that comes out of the Audix Live kit.
And I saw an AKG on the floor.
Yes,
Yeah.
the dinosaur egg on the floor.
Yeah.
So the D112.
Great kick. It's a great floor tom mic
It's
sometimes.
banging, man. Like that and you got that RE20 kicking about?
Do.
Yeah, so this is probably like the other
Kick in or floor tom?
This is what I use for kick in.
Yep.
This is also a killer floor tom mic.
Yeah.
This is also great on brass.
Yep.
So yeah, anytime I want like a dynamic with heaps of low end, heaps of like thick, juicy mids, that's the one I go for. We had another one of those. I might have used that on Tom's as well. I really like the D112 because it's a little bit more mid focused.
Yeah.
So those two mics actually pair together really well.
That's cool.
And like I said, we've got 121s on Hats and Ride there. That's my new John Tempesta snare. Shout out to the boys from Smack Youth for selling me that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hectic.
And this is Tristan. What else? No, I've explained pretty much everything you can see
That's
there.
quite a different setup to your last one.
Yeah.
And they sounded great. What you said, they sounded sick.
You know what's funny, dude, is like normally I wouldn't change so much stuff. Like
Yeah.
I find that to be scary. Like the idea of like going into and doing a whole setup with new microphones that I've never used before. But I don't know. I feel pretty confident lately. Especially like in this room now.
Yeah.
So I've mic'd the boys with we got two RE20s, and then Joe just bought a 421, a vintage one, a 70s one.
Nice.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit on the darker side.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
I would have loved a third RE20, but whatever.
Have you tried ribbons for your brass?
Well, actually, so in the room
There was a
is the
ribbon?
R88.
Yeah, nice.
Right there.
Nice.
Yeah, so absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think in my ideal brass setup is one close, one far.
Yeah.
So the close one being
The
dynamic
yeah,
usually.
which is safer.
Yeah. I don't have an issue with safety. Man, I'll put a ribbon in front of kick drum. I don't care.
Yep.
But it's, I think it's, I just like the way dynamics handle bursts of volume, like big, heavy bursts.
Yeah.
They don't distort like a condenser and they don't fart like a ribbon. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah.
Absolutely.
And then this was just the end of last week doing vocals. Oh, fuck. I was talking to Lochlan about this. So every time I put that U87, that's the OPR U87. Mm-hmm. That's his 1-to-1 U87. I put it up and it just sounds perfect every time.
Yeah.
And this time I was like, it's a little bit bright. I'll put the U67 up and see how I feel. And it was too dark.
Yeah,
it's
wow.
almost always too dark. Do you use your 67 for vocals a lot?
Yeah, my 67's a different one
Yeah, you
though.
got the
Like I
tubeless
got
one.
the mic parts,
Yep.
like in
Yeah.
the style of. So
See, man, it's so funny because I swear I've used that mic on some vocals and it's just been the one. But lately, I don't know, I have a really hard time. Anyway, so I went back to the 87, which to me just sounds sounds perfect, and
Yeah.
it was a little bit bright, so I just angled the capsule like that.
Yep.
Just to deal with a bit of brightness.
Mad.
Yeah, and
That's it.
Have you seen like how crazy people can get with the angle
Yeah,
sometimes?
yeah.
Have you gone crazy with it?
I've tried different things. Yeah. Like down is obviously going to give you more chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I
it's
read
cool.
this thing. So there's a book called Mixing with Your Mind. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Have you? Mixing with Your Mind?
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty famous book.
Yeah, it was.
Didn't you used to work in the education system, Mitch?
So
I work for TAFE. We don't read books.
anyway,
No.
so Mixing with Your Mind, Michael Stavro. So he's an Australian. I think he's from Melbourne.
Yeah, cool.
I think he wrote this in the 90s. Because
Yeah, I haven't heard
got
of this one.
I got recommended it in high school. It's like
Very cool.
I think it's like one of the last books on this kind of thing before we kind of really focused on the internet. But yeah, I read this in high school, and he has a lot of like cool ideas and theories in there. There's a couple of things that have really stuck with me. I was going somewhere with this. What was?
Mic pointing?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So
Off-axis?
Yep.
Yep.
So I think I read a bunch of stuff in his book that taught me about those kind of things as well. I think one of them, I think it was from his book, but basically like a good rule for like if you're trying to capture your voice well and you're having issues is, and this is counter to what I believed, because I always thought that if you go up, it'll be brighter. They're not based on anything, but up is bright, down is dark,
Yep,
like it's
yep.
not based on anything.
Yep.
But so I remember reading that if you want to place if you have the capsule placed like this, it's going to be neutral. But if you go down, what happens is air comes up, it hits the roof of your mouth and then goes down.
Yeah,
So
throws down.
brightness throws down,
Yep.
darkness goes up.
Yep.
Which again, I don't know why I thought the opposite, but once I learned that,
Yep.
super useful tool.
That makes
if you,
sense.
If you start with a microphone and you're either too bright or too dark, this will help.
Yep.
So just remember, down bright, up dark.
Yeah, and one caveat to that as well, if you're using a cheap condenser, what might be the problem with turning a mic off axis?
You're a cheap bitch. Oh, no. Okay, yeah,
Besides
bad off axis.
Yeah,
sound.
so not all microphones are created equal in their
Yes.
off-axis response, frequency
Yes.
response.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
with a Neumann U87, absolutely go for gold. But with a more affordable choice of
NT1.
microphone, we don't have to name necessarily. Sorry, Rode. Once again, Rode gets bashed hard. But yeah, like any of those affordable condensers,
yeah.
their frequency response off-axis is not the same as on-axis.
No.
What you pay for, and this like you hear. We've all seen the comments, right, where people go, "Oh, what's the point of a U87 when I can get the same sound from this mic or that mic or whatever?"
Yeah.
Off-axis response is one of those big
Yes,
things.
yes.
Neumann U87 is pretty much on point off-axis to on-axis. Like they're much closer.
What is that? What changes the off-axis sound in a mic? Is it the head basket or is it the?
It could be the design of the basket. That like everything physical always has a role to play on a microphone, but it is more to do with the capsule design.
Man,
Yeah.
I remember when Tom was saying that the head basket of a Neumann, it contributes to like 30% of the microphone sound.
Yep.
That blew my mind.
Yep.
I told you that fact ages ago. Hey, and that fucking pickles me, right? Because
Yeah.
like we're talking about a little, essentially
Metal
like a
grill.
metal grill.
Metal grill, yeah.
Yeah, that's contributing 30% of the sound, and it's like it's inactive. It's not it's not an active part of the microphone. It's just it's just this thing that we need to have there, but it contributes that much to the sound. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, because the metal excites the high frequencies to a point.
Yep.
So then you got to.
And then the other thing, like you're saying about the off-axis stuff, like when you're looking at say cheap microphones and expensive microphones, the way that that microphone deals with spill, that's not something I didn't ever take into account.
Exactly.
Like I would think like, how does the microphone sound at the thing that it's pointed at, which
Yep.
obviously is important, but it's equally as important how the spill sounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that is definitely something to take into consideration.
Yep.
I think, so this is, what do we track? Backing
Group
vocal?
vocal?
Yeah, backing vocals in Omni, just around the mic. The guys
Mitch
wanted,
there. Mitch drinking a beer.
Yeah, dude, always. We wanted to kind of treat this in a way, like a more of a natural way. That's why because in the past I've recorded the horns ensemble one at a time.
Yep.
Mainly so I have control over pitch, because in the past, because the parts are so acrobatic and hard to play that I've had to pitch correct things in the past, because it's just sometimes it's impossible, especially like moving between low and high notes for certain instruments can be physically quite difficult.
Of course.
And it's not
Yeah.
something you take into consideration with a guitar because you're just like, doom, doom, there it is.
Yep.
But a trombone has to go from there to there. And yeah, anyway. So we approached it as a group, which I really liked. I don't have to edit as much. I
Yeah.
can be lazier, which is great.
Yep.
It means that the players have to try to perform better.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm
Always a
not.
good thing.
I'm not upset about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we recorded tuba. I've never recorded tuba before.
Oh, what did you use for that?
Well, I wanted to use my RE20, but we left the clip at Wood River, and it's still there.
Not we. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I didn't leave it.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Mitta maybe
Get
got
him.
a little
Yeah.
bit cranky that morning.
Yeah, I might have got a bit upset when
Yeah.
I found out that it was missing because I wanted to use the RE20 on tuba. Anyway, we ended up using a SM7. It really didn't matter because most of the tone came from the room.
Yeah,
Like
wow.
the only thing you're getting out of the top of that instrument is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fart, like blasty, like aggressive, distorted, farty sounds.
Yeah.
So I mean, as long as you capture that with something with a relatively like large diaphragm, which the SM7 did, so
Yeah.
it was fine. Mostly room sound. This guy was actually a lovely dude to work with. This is Dane. Dane's an absolute fucking weapon, man. I have to show you some of the vocals on the new shit.
Yeah.
There was moments where if I close I've been listening to Michael Jackson since I was a baby, so 37 years.
Yeah.
There's moments where if I close my eyes, that's him.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, dude. Like it was
Crazy.
It was weird. Like
Awesome.
I'll show you some shit later. It was really cool.
Sick.
Yeah, that was my week, and then I did some mixing this week with an artist who he writes songs, children's songs for YouTube.
Yeah, cool.
So like kind of Wiggles-esque, not really as like kiddie. They're a little bit more theatrical and they're designed to for the parents as well as the kids.
Yeah, cool.
I think he's a
very
parent
cool.
and he's just fucking sick of Coco Melon.
Yeah.
and he's a musician as well.
Fucking brain rot that shit.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
trash.
my kids don't watch
Is it
it.
AI?
No.
It's
no.
not AI.
It was a show. There's other AI stuff out there.
Anyway, so I think he's sick of all the AI shit and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Dope.
yeah, it's been.
I got my
it's been
kids
fun.
recently into, I can't remember it's Captain something pants. I can't remember. Anyway, it's one of the guys from Presidents of the United States of
Really?
America. He's
Mad.
been doing
Yeah.
children's music for years.
What was their song? What's that song?
They had
he
pieces
does
on
it.
To
Lump.
the country,
Peaches.
gonna eat me lot of peaches.
Best song. I showed. It came up in a YouTube feed, the children's music stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is the President's thing." And then my daughter was like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to show you Presidents."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we showed her Peaches and whatever, and then
That's
she's been singing it.
Is she into rock music yet?
Yeah, loves it.
Like what?
Anything that I'll play her.
And she's 4?
5 now.
5.
Yeah, just
okay.
turned 5.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But are you trying to feed her certain stuff?
No, whatever
care?
she's into. If she's into, I'll talk to her about it and
Yeah.
just let it come.
Yeah.
Like,
Real
naturally.
big
like,
Cannibal
whatever she-
Corpse fan.
Yeah.
Like they listen to surprisingly heavy stuff because they're exposed to heavier rock at home and when bands are in
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're getting all that exposure while they're young.
Nice.
But yeah, they're into lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously all the girl pop stuff and all
Yeah,
that.
that's
we talked
great.
about before, yeah.
Dude, every time I think about Cannibal Corpse, I think about Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Like, he's the first person that pops into my head. It's
Ace
so-
Ventura. Is it
so-
Ace Ventura?
Yeah. Are they his favorite band, or did he just say that?
I don't know.
Because at the time, I think he got them on because he loved them.
Yeah, probably.
Pretty
I wouldn't
hard
be
to
surprised.
fucking believe, man. Cannibal Corpse is wild shit.
Yeah.
I was listening to like the song
surprise me.
Corpse Grinder was on recently, and that guy is psycho.
Yeah.
He can scream so quickly.
Yeah.
Like, it's like shit like that. It's fucking funny.
Cool.
There's something on your list I want to talk about. Fucking
Yeah, cool.
Open it up.
All right.
Yeah,
The top
this
one?
yeah, that.
All right, cool.
What
Let's
the
bring it up.
fuck
Bring it
is
up.
that?
Bring it up. I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So we got some new gear talk stuff for this week.
Yeah.
Interestingly, one of the more controversial companies. Can we?
The most controversial company, bro.
Yeah. So Stam Audio. All right. Stam Audio have come out with a new release of a product they're calling the 600 series. Do you want to look it up? Just Stam 600 series. So it's an interesting premise.
You know about this?
I've no idea what this is.
Dude, this
What
is glorious.
Okay, so everyone obviously should be familiar with 500 series, you know, our normal modular, hardware kind of setup. What Stam Audio are releasing is what they're touting as the 600 series. So I'll get your opinion on this in a minute. But what it is a 4U rack instead of a 3U rack like the 500 series to accommodate for the amount of tubes that need to be in, like a true LA2A clone or other like Pultec clone things and stuff like that. So it's to accommodate for more space in the chassis to design things. Now, there's obviously going to be issues with this, but you tell me first.
Dude, okay, first, straight off the bat, no one else makes 600 series gear.
Yep.
So you're effectively buying into the Stam modular family. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
And you're hoping that other companies will jump on
Which they
board.
won't.
Which
they won't.
Yeah. And
How many companies tried modular things?
yeah,
How many?
There's heaps of new ones out now.
SSL, DBX, you know, like there's so many companies that try and it never works.
Yeah. Look, I think when you have a pretty hard baked in standard that's become really popular recently too, like 500 series is becoming more popular.
Yeah, it's a great format.
And everyone is, jumping in on that to then come out with a new thing is very risky. I understand why, but there's been other versions of the 500 series. There's the 550, which has an extra power kind of rail or something on it.
Do you think he actually needs that extra height to fit extra tube in?
Yeah.
Right,
You
okay.
absolutely do, because the circuit boards on a 500 series unit are only so small, and then the width is predetermined, so you can only go wider to fit more in.
All right, so so you're saying, yes, you do need to go higher. Let me phrase that.
Yeah.
Do you need to?
No, you could go wider.
Yeah.
But so to get a real LA2A, or like
Just go two.
Then you probably have to go. Well, people already have done it with 2.
Yeah,
and then you'd have to go 3 or 4.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I would prefer
which
to
gets
buy a
sillier.
3 or 4 unit than buy a different format.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like knee jerky with it, but it just seems fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I look at that and I just go, why not just buy a 19-inch
Yeah.
racks?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that is obviously where things go to, right? Because then it is like it's another investment, and then you're stuck in that format.
This is insane, man.
Yeah, look,
This
it's one of those things.
This is insane.
I don't think it's a great idea either.
And like that's before we even have the conversation of, do you need to put tubes in a fucking SSL bus compressor?
So
do you
for
need to
those-
put tubes in a
For
1073?
people familiar with what we're talking about, a current trend with some of the Stam products is they have been putting tubes in things like an SSL bus compressor and stuff like that. And is that necessary? I don't know.
That enters into the world of personal opinion and like you know, like do you want a tube sound in your SSL? I think 90% of people who know what they're talking about are going to say no.
Yeah, and like I'm all for like people being inventive, but then creating proprietary technology is a tricky thing. They are obviously opening the designs for other people to use as well, so it's not proprietary per se, but it's a new technology that you're forcing people to adopt.
My prediction: this is going to flop. This is not
100%.
going to work.
I don't think so either.
I reckon he'll try it for a year and then he'll just discontinue it.
I think there's like people are pretty familiar with some of the issues Stam have, right?
fucking big
Too many
time.
products,
Big time.
unable to keep up with the demand,
Yes.
and shipping. And there's been many videos. There's been some recent ones that have come out again
More?
too. Yeah, where some
Unfortunately,
people
he has been dragged through the internet.
Yeah.
And I can't say that I don't agree.
Yeah.
Joe Anderson's at Wood River ordered 2 units. Took 18 months to get to
That's
him.
too long.
Can you believe that,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah.
I can make a child in that time. I can
Yeah.
find a partner,
Yeah.
impregnate them, create the child, have the child.
Hang on, Elon, settle down.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
it's too much.
And so
to wait for a piece.
he did it again, and then it was going to take ages, and he cancelled the order because he has a reputation for doing this. Unfortunately, and
Yep.
this is not. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just speaking facts.
Yeah.
This is what is on the
Offering
internet.
too much and too many products, and they're not keeping up with the existing demand of things that people have ordered.
I understand, like like when
Which is
you're
a
in
problem.
when you're in the product in the price market that he's in, you need to take money before you build the units. Like
Yeah.
I understand so basically for people who don't know, the model is that he takes orders and then he fills a certain amount of orders, then he actually makes the units.
Yeah.
So if you, for example, you order with him in January, he doesn't get another order till August. He hasn't even thought about making your product yet.
Yeah.
Until he fills those 10 orders, that's when he thinks about, the factory thinks about
doing it.
filling the orders and actually making them. So
Yeah.
And
I think
then-
Audioscape have the better way of doing it, where they'll build a batch.
yeah, and then they
And then they
advertise
drop
that
it.
batch. See,
Yeah.
dude, like that to me
Yeah.
feels less
Scammy.
shady
Yeah.
because it's like you own the product, you've got the product. You know,
Yeah, if they're building on that basis, you get into that really tricky kind of pyramid schemey.
I don't like it, hey. And I don't like the idea of paying for something that doesn't even exist yet.
Yeah.
That's,
It's risky.
Yeah.
And people have been burnt.
yeah, plenty of people have been burnt.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one.
Might be great products. It might work really well. I just think in terms of the market, there isn't a place for it for a lot of reasons. There doesn't need to be a place for it. I don't see this working, hey, unless people jump in, and they're just not going to.
No.
Like no company's going to start building because you can't even use the same chassis. They've got to like develop a whole nother, you know what I mean? You can't use the same product. If it was wider, then they could just use the same gear.
Yeah.
And anyway, you know what I'm saying? I just think, I think it's pointless.
Yeah. It's not the greatest idea.
Yeah, watch him fucking. He just like me and Mitch, Tom, and I have a group chat, and it's every time he brings a fucking new tube thing out, there's another meme of like someone trying to fucking stuff a tube in a sandwich or something. Like anything you can, anything. Like, oh, I got a coffee. Let me put a fucking EL34 in there.
Yep.
Like,
it got a bit silly for a while there.
Yeah, it got crazy.
There's definitely a bit of hype around tubes for some reason.
Yeah.
This
is funny.
One other product that's actually really interesting is a DIY thing. I got to find his name. Hang on a second. Mark. Where is it? Stupid me. I had it queued up. Where is he? Where is he? Mark Herwig, M-A-R-C, Herwig, SSL Preamp. So while I'm just searching this up, this guy, Mark Herwig, shout out to Mark, had a thing that's been really exciting in the DIY community that just came out, a $30 SSL 9K clone for 500 series.
Cool.
Say something, Lochlan.
And so this is a German guy that
it's like just a simple preamp.
A 500 series preamp that he developed the circuit board. So there's a famous group DIY circuit board that you can get the schematic of, but you've got to etch the boards yourself. It's really complex.
Yeah, right.
What he's done is design a board that people can get printed themselves. And I actually reached out to him because I was like, this is sick.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey man, I've been watching your channel. He's sending me some.
Sick.
Yeah,
dude.
a pair.
Right,
so I'm going to build a pair on my channel. But what's cool is he's basically open sourced the whole thing.
Can we play YouTube videos?
Only if you Bluetooth.
Yeah, I don't think the audio is going to come
No,
through.
that's fine. I don't need the audio.
Oh, it'll be all laggy and stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't care about that. But legally, are we allowed to play YouTube videos? We're on YouTube, right?
Sure. Yeah,
right?
it's just like reaction.
Yeah, I just want to see. I want to see what's going on here. Okay, so what was the inspiration? What's the go?
So he's modded like a console in his studio. He's built some different bits of gear. But he was like, I want more SSL preamps.
Right. He does want to
and
pay
they're
for them.
really good, clean. Like, so the 9K, just so everyone knows, the 9K is a bit similar to the 4K, just a bit cleaner. But similar topology. Very, very similar.
Wow.
And so he's designed this whole thing himself and is sharing it. Cool. And it's like the components, it's about €30. So, 200 Australian dollars.
Fuck, man.
No, it'd be like
€30, about $80,
$80,
$70, $80
with
right
shipping,
now.
it'd be about $100 in parts for us.
Right.
Some of the parts are tricky to get,
Dude,
like
that's
that metal
crazy.
can transistor. But even then,
$200,
and then you'd have to build the faceplate is the hardest, most expensive part. Right. But the components themselves are very affordable.
That's so sick.
You can do any kind of metal faceplate yourself.
Yeah.
Etching one would be hard.
Have you thought of buying a 3D printer? Would you use one?
Hato, my intern, has one.
He's got one.
Yeah.
And does he use it? Like,
Yeah.
And do you use it? Like, have you?
I'm not using it per se yet.
Yeah.
But we've.
Because surely for someone like you, it'd be awesome, right?
Yeah,
like,
we've got some products that we're working on at the moment.
right.
So that's
You got
all.
to make some new knobs for those Behringer 3360s.
nice.
Totally.
Nice.
Get him.
Yeah. All right, that's cool, dude.
Yeah. So he basically did this all himself. He shows some really DIY ways to do the faceplates and stuff like that. But yeah,
I love that he's sharing the schematic.
Yeah,
and they
dude,
that's great.
It's so sick. It's so affordable. You'd have to shop around the parts, but he's releasing the bill of materials to everyone.
Cool.
And you can get it all online. There's maybe 2 or 3 shops you would have to get the parts from.
Looks
Mouser,
nice.
or I think you got most of it from DigiKey and then a couple other places.
I like that he hasn't tried to go crazy with the faceplate. I like that it's simple design.
Yeah.
That looks clean and neat. That's
and just does the job.
That's cool.
Like, I would get 8 of those.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
Fuck yeah.
it's just a bunch of great pre's.
Yeah.
Excellent thing. So if you're looking in the DIY stuff,
Yeah.
this is something that'll be out there. He's going to have it all on his website. But massive shout out to Mark for doing it and sharing it. It's a huge deal.
Why is there no output trim on the preamp, do you think?
It would have been probably just a tricky thing to do.
Is it hard?
Yeah, it's not on the original schematic for the 9K because
Right,
like
okay.
you got to think on consoles, it's a preamp and then the fader, is
fader,
your
of course.
your gain.
Right,
so
right.
really, what you're adding is a fader section when you
Right.
add a trim,
Right. And that's
of some kind.
That's like goes into the Cappy conversation about how they added the output fader to the preamp.
on the VP28.
Yes,
Yeah. So look, there's ways to do it.
Cool, dude.
But it's a cost thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
and just an ease of thing. But
Yep.
on an SSL with the amount of headroom you get, it wouldn't, and the amount of steps that would be there,
True,
it's
yep.
not like you're doing 20 dB increments or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You're doing like 5
Yep.
or so dBs
Yeah,
of
cool.
increment. So you'll be fine.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
when are you gonna get them, you reckon?
He's sending them to me today, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So a couple of weeks, I'll have the builds
Is that
done.
a module like a 500 series console in the background there?
So he actually modified a console and then built slots for 500 series racks into that console.
That's sick.
Yeah, he did a bunch of work. He's got a bunch of stuff. His name's Mark Herwig. You can go check it out. Big shout out.
He
to
looks
him.
pretty
But
young.
He's done some really cool stuff. Yeah.
He looks like he's in his 30s or something.
Yeah, he plays bass in a band over there and stuff.
Cool.
He does a bunch of things. But really cool dude. Really, I just reached out to him. He was like, man, I'll send you some.
That's
really awesome.
That's great,
So
man.
big shout out to Mark. Go check him out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have some pre's when you get that, right? Like you'll. What do
I've
you
got so many pre's I haven't even built yet. It's
yeah.
stupid.
How many ins you got now?
How many
Ins.
for 500 series?
Just at all. Like how many ins can you record at once?
Oh, I can do up to 48.
Fuck.
If I wanted to on my interface.
Wow.
I could do 48.
Dude, nowhere in Newcastle other than the uni can do that. I don't think. Like
Yeah.
like there's no.
I've got
way-
enough, but I don't have enough pre's. I've got my desk pre's.
Yeah.
And
But
then
sorry, that's
all
what
my
I mean.
outboard.
Preamps. Like how many preamps?
Vintage outboard
No,
preamps?
whatever preamps. Period.
Oh, I can do 48.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've actually got 48 preamps in the room.
Yeah, included.
In the
If I
desk.
took all my desk ones,
Yeah.
which is. No.
24?
I lie.
Yeah.
No, I'd have 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
That make yeah.
I'd have 32.
Right. Cool.
Yeah. But soon.
Still, dude. 32
Yeah.
is killer. I think. Yeah. Like 20 to 24. I think is the minimum. But
Yeah.
that's fucking rad.
Yeah. I have but that's the desk pre's are nothing special. But yeah, my collection of vintage pre's is expanding at the moment.
Fuck yeah.
for sure. But that's a cool one. So yeah,
Nice.
I'll have a pair soon.
Yep.
I'll bring them in.
Heaps good, dude.
Share 'em around.
I'm keen to hear that.
Yeah.
That'd be a great option for you. Hey.
It's great 'cause I'm fucking broke.
Yeah, look,
some more
if,
pre's.
if anyone's into 500 series and needs good quality pre's, this is a really, really good option.
What if you're more of a 600 series guy?
Yeah, does he make them taller?
Yeah. I really like this design, but it
Can I
needs
get
like 3 more tubes in
That
there.
much? Yeah. Can I just get the whole thing that much taller? Fuck me.
Get him.
Can I get it in the shape of a tube?
Nice. All right, fuck it up.
Yeah. Cool. How long have we been? We've been doing nearly an hour on this one. Anything else we wanted to touch on for this
we'll wrap
one?
up soon. What have you on what else has you got there? There's a couple of things I want to talk to you about, but
we could talk about the rest in the next one. Yeah.
all right, yeah, cool.
Do you want to add one more thing to this episode?
Um,
Maybe? A couple of things?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
briefly. Do you want to talk about that new Deftones song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
You wouldn't have heard it, hey?
I haven't heard it yet.
Okay, right.
Okay.
So it's on my to-do list.
Because you don't listen to the band.
No.
often.
Test him.
Yeah.
Do you like Deftones?
Yeah.
White Pony.
Oh,
Yeah.
you said it. Cool. You said the right thing.
Cool.
What?
That's my second favorite.
What Deftones album did you fall in love with?
The first one was White Pony.
That
Yeah.
was the first one you fell in love with?
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
Yeah. Because I heard that and it had Maynard features on it and stuff and all that.
It's like my first
Yeah.
ever tattoo was White Pony.
Oh,
Like, I fucking
yeah,
love,
unbelievable
love
album.
White Pony.
What an album.
Yeah.
And they had stuff featuring on like Tony Hawk and all that. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how we all came across
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that stuff
yeah,
back in the day.
Okay.
Love that album. And
Yeah.
then my favorite is Queen
No Yoken. Yep. I
love that
for
album.
me, sonically and like thematically, like songwriting, like Queen No Yoken is my favorite.
Yeah.
I think the mix on it, the song, like there's not too many songs that I get bored with. One
Yeah.
thing I find about with Deftones is that I love them. They will always be one of my favorite bands, but there's always a bunch of boring songs on all their albums.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Yeah.
There's always songs that I will skip, and it's
Yeah.
been 20 years and I still don't listen to those songs.
Yeah.
Anyway, the new one.
Yep.
What was your first impressions of like the song, the mix, whatever?
Yeah, cool. Mix wise, it sounds a bit more like some of the older stuff.
Okay, yep.
A little bit.
Yep.
It's definitely got like a, I don't know. It's kind of a mix of the new and old sounds that they've come up with.
Yep.
But it still sounds obviously uniquely Deftones to them. The snare we can talk about in a second as well.
Yeah,
the snare's an interesting choice. So
I've got opinions.
Yeah.
But
and the mix is good. It sounds like Deftones to me. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's good to just see them still making music, I think.
The mixes for me, like sometimes they're so good, and sometimes they're a little bit weird. This one for me falls in the little bit weird category.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's elements to it that I like. Like I pretty much always like the drum sounds. Always like the guitar sounds.
Yep.
Sometimes the bass is more present in the mixes than other ones.
Yep.
Straight off the bat, we got to talk about the snare.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up with that snare drum?
So if anyone hasn't heard the song yet, just in the choruses,
just
right?
go pause it and listen to it right now.
Yeah. In the choruses, they have this snare effect.
Is it a sample?
It could be either or.
It sounds to my ears so consistent that it sounds like a sample.
Yeah.
So Mitch and I were theorizing a while ago. I put my theory to Mitch is that we are going to see
a change in snare tones.
Yeah, we're gonna we're seeing changes in snare tones right now, but we're going to be hearing more stereo snare drums.
Yes,
that was my theory.
Yeah, and more ring.
Yeah,
and
more ring. That was
yeah.
like an easy thing to come to because you hear it over time progressing and stuff.
Yep.
But I've seen a couple engineers. Okay, Kurt Ballou.
Yep.
Converge owns God City. Sam Pura.
Yep.
The man. He. Both of those guys I saw on the Instagram that they were capturing the under snare in stereo.
Yeah, that's
so
right. Yep.
This is something, the reason I got there is because Superior Drummer, when you export files from Superior Drummer, the snare top comes out mono, the snare bottom comes out stereo.
Yeah.
And for so long I was like, what is this? Like, why are you guys doing this? And then I realized that, well, hang on, this is probably an old technique from the... what I'm guessing 70s, 80s, like
yeah, maybe. I'd never even heard of it until
you
mentioned it to me. Yeah, I'd never heard that
let's go
about stereo snare bottom.
Because to me, it's a weird thing to do, right? Like having the snare in stereo.
Yeah, I've never once heard of this before. This is fascinating.
Let me see if I can find an image of someone doing it. Maybe we'll go Kurt Ballou's Instagram. But so the way I saw it done was with two condensers. What am I doing? Kurt Ballou. Two condensers underneath the snare on either side of the wires.
Yeah.
And then pan those out left and right for so that your center snare image is nice and punchy and tight in the middle, and then the high end from the
wires and stuff
is
go
kind
wider.
of stereo and everywhere. Can't say that it's something I'm jumping out of my skin to try, or I'm excited. Here we go. I think it's this one. Oh yeah, can you see that? Oh, it's 257s.
Yep.
Can you see it? It's really hard to see, but I think I see a stereo bar going left
go
to
across.
right.
There's more pictures.
Oh, is
there?
there?
There might be another
He's
shot.
always done this, the suction filter over the hi-hat, which I think is really cool. I don't think I could ever make it work. I don't know how I could fit it in there, but I like that. I've always seen him do it. I think it's cool.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, there you go. Can you see? Is it like this? Can you see? Or is that
crazy.
the bottom of? He's also got is there a splash cymbal on the ground?
Yeah.
Again, that
might be reflecting
That's
low.
like an old.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like an old.
The highs up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what era that's from, but it's that's an old trick as well.
Yep.
So here you go. Here's Sam, stereo bottom snare, and there's me liking it. So yeah, so I saw him do this, and so Sam was obviously tickled by it.
Yeah.
Then I saw Sam do it on another recording. I don't think he's put a photo up of it, but
I have to try it now. I've got some drum recording coming up.
Oh, do we get a little shot then? I don't know if I'm going to try it, but it seemed like, isn't it a bit? It's a bit weird. Okay, so Sam likes the blue. I think it's a blue bottle.
Yep.
Blue bottle. We've got to have Sam on the podcast and have a chat to him about all this stuff. Microphone. So these things aren't that expensive.
Maybe we should hit him up soon.
Yeah, definitely. These are, if it's the one I'm thinking of, blue microphone.
Oh, so they are now they've become the original Blues.
Yeah.
Great microphones.
Yep.
Then they got bought out by another company.
Oh,
and started
now
making-
they're like cheap. Low end, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
So this one here has a head that you
Gotta
can
be careful.
swivel. Yeah.
I remember these ones.
Swivel head. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so you're right, they have retired.
yeah.
I'd be interested.
Yeah, Logitech bought them out. That's
Oh,
right.
yuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
gross.
no.
Yeah.
You're right, that's the
Yeah.
one there. Was it Omni Mouse? Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, stereo. So listening back to that Deftones track, the verses, the snare is in kind of mono.
Yep.
And then in the choruses, it does this wide thing.
Yep.
I think it might be a combination of what we've just spoken about. It could
Yep.
be a sample.
Sample.
I have a feeling because of how consistent it is, it's a sample.
Yeah.
It's funny, I was speaking to another friend. I'm like, oh, have you listened to the new Deftones? And he's like, yeah, I like it. Snare's weird though.
Yep.
Yep. And
it's getting into like, we can say it, right? Like St. Anger territory, like a little bit.
yeah.
A little bit. Like it's got that kind of like
that pang kind of thing to it.
And like, I'm all cool for like ring in snares, and Deftones have heaps of songs where they do that anyway.
Yeah.
And they're probably one of the heavier bands that has the most variation of snare tones, or even on one album.
True.
Like
Yep.
they vary it up, and I love that.
I do like the way they can make weird sounds sound cool.
Yes.
You know how if you would hear that weird sound in another band, you're like, oh, gross.
I
But-
remember early on trying to get snare sounds like they get for songs
Yeah.
and being like, can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't make it work.
But for some reason, because it's Deftones, it's cool.
Yeah.
I think, they're an
Yeah.
interesting band, and people aren't too quick to talk about them because of they're such a legacy band.
Yeah.
And you can't be like, oh, I don't like it, or I think this is like, I'm not into this or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's an
I thought-
interesting one, and it's like one that maybe
Another thing I noticed about the mix
Yeah.
is I felt like the cymbals were sitting on top of everything else, kind of outside the mix bus. Next time you listen to it, pay attention to the cymbals and especially the high end in the cymbals.
Okay.
It sits on top of the mix in a way that to me feels like it hasn't passed through the same mix bus everything else does.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
they kind of sit on top and they
they might have
breathe
sent
in
them direct to the instrument.
it could
or
be
the
something
main
like
bus or
that.
something
Like I don't
outside the
hear
drum
them.
bus.
I don't hear them crunching down in the same way that I'm used to. Yeah, it looks like is he using Sawyer's? Do you know this brand Sawyer's?
Sawyer's?
Yeah. Have you used any of their stuff?
Haven't used them
Man,
in my life.
I need to get some because it's they've got a small diaphragm condenser and I know, and they have like a U67 which is meant to be bonkers, but it's like $10,000 something like that.
Too much money.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Cool.
Cool stuff.
I reckon that's a good spot to stop. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, dude. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Love you.
Cool. Thanks, Lockie.
Hey, being called Lockie.
Do you? He does.
Yeah.
He fucking
I don't think I knew that.
hates it.
You should.
I will
Should know that.
I will not call you Lockie ever again. I'm so sorry.
It's all good, bro.
I don't like calling people shit they don't like. Sorry, man.